The question is why we cannot stop the plastic pollution crisis. By now, we all know and aware to the catastrophic effect that plastic has on our oceans, on marine life, on the land, on our economy, on communities, on our health. By now, scientists keep revealing that almost all of us already have plastic, microplastic in our bloodstream. And still, year after year, millions of tons are entering the world ocean and polluting our environment. The biggest challenge we have with plastic is that it's good for the economy, it's good for business, it's profitable, and that's why it's very difficult to change the system. We got so used to plastic and to the comfort of plastic and the profitability that we're just drowning in it. And plastic, it's a good thing. It actually makes the modern life possible. A lot of applications are impossible without plastic, so we need plastic to maintain our life as we live it right now, but we just need to handle it in a better way. The United Nations Environmental Programs, UNEP, is leading an historical plastic treaty negotiation. It's a legally binding agreement between 175 countries, including Cambodia, NGOs, and stakeholders from all industries, to tackle plastic pollution, to come with certain agreements and rules to reduce plastic waste, to find sustainable solutions to low-value plastic and to single-use plastic, and to improve waste management. In a latest research, UNEP found that we can reduce plastic pollution by 80% by the year 2040 if we will deeply change the policy and the way we are doing business right now. But 80% is a very high number. It's very difficult. Currently, the world global production is estimating over 400 million tons of plastic yearly, a growing number year after year. Current investments and market demand indicate that this figure will double and triple over the next decades. This is TEDxPhnom Penh, a quiet coastal village in the green, beautiful valleys of Sihanoukville here in Cambodia. Over the last 2 years, through a community network of the villagers themselves, my company, Ton to Ton, has collected over 2,000 tons of non-recyclable plastic from TEDxPhnom Penh and surrounded villages. It's about 175 full big trucks full of plastic. We've collected from everywhere. We've collected from the shorelines, we've collected from waterways, from the village streets, from 100 houses, from illegal dump sites, anywhere we can find plastic. But the amount of plastic just keep coming. After 700, 800 tons, we went to see, and the village is still so polluted because there is a very high leakage in the village. So we moved to another system of house segregation, trying to capture the plastic at the source. So we start to work with hundreds of households in the village, let them separate the plastic. We gave them a green bag and a white bag. In the white bag, they can put all the value material that they can sell in higher price. And then in the green bag, all the low value that there is no market for it. And we bought it all, give them financial incentives. And it worked quite well. The pollution that we found in the streets and in the village went down, but still it was not enough. More and more plastic keep generating. Now, the story of TEDxPhnom Penh is not different than the story of thousands of other villages in Southeast Asia. With the current production and consumption system, it's just impossible or very, very hard to keep the village clean. I want to take this opportunity humbly to talk on behalf of the people of TEDxPhnom Penh and to show what does it take to clean a village. So start from ground up. We need to start with good, strong awareness campaign. So to teach the people the difference between value and non-value, what's recyclable and will not be recycled, and then let them maybe do better choices, to teach them responsibility on consumption and disposal of the plastic. But good understanding and awareness is not enough, because they just make you more sad that you know the problem, but you cannot do anything with it. So we need also, together with this, a system to support. We need a strong waste management system. This waste management system needs to be mandatory or sponsored if people cannot afford it. Unfortunately, a lot of the people in the village living in or under poverty line. They need to pay directly to the waste management company in order for them to pick up their waste. If they cannot pay or choose not to do that from different reasons, the waste will not be collected. Different streets that outside of the long street, a small narrow street where the truck cannot pass, will not get the waste collected. And then they need to take care of the waste by their own. They need to put it on the motorbike and drive like 10, 15 minutes to the next dropping point and throw it over there. If they choose not to do that, they need to take care of their waste by themselves. It's also happening here around Phnom Penh. And then there is more and more and more leakage. What we need is a strong waste management system that also cannot close all the gaps. That's why we need additional funding. Those can come from plastic credit systems. It's an outcome-based financial mechanism that allows companies to support removal of plastic in a certified way and reduce pollution. It also should come from EPR system. It's extended producer responsibility. It means that a system that producers and manufacturers are responsible for the plastic they're putting in the market. And then with these certain fees, we can collect more plastic and then find solution and sponsor and build more infrastructure. So this is very necessary. Together with that, we have the informal waste pickers, like this lady, often called by some organizations waste heroes. So the informal waste pickers are playing very important key in collecting plastic, but they collect only the value of plastic, the one that they can sell. So like plastic bottles and HDPE, different polymers that have good market. All the rest will not be collected. So the village can be very clean from recyclable materials, but extremely dirty with non-recyclables. Now, recycling comes with its own problem. It's a business, basically. Only 9% of the plastic worldwide is being recycled. And why only 9%? Why so low? Because a lot of the plastic is commercially non-recyclable. It means that financially it's not worth to recycle it. A lot of materials built from multi-layers, so cannot separate layer polymer by polymer and then recycle it, become non-recyclable. A lot of it is too light. It's not worth to collect it. If it's already in the environment, it gets polluted and contaminated and therefore lose its value and nobody will buy it. So it stays on the ground. A lot of material just produce with mixed materials and then we cannot recycle it. Another problem is when the oil price is low, so the virgin material is also low, and then the demand for recycled material goes down. So the waste heroes will get less money, and then they will stop collect or just get their life more difficult. And then there is also more materials left in the ground. So we need a system that will ensure supply chain that will continue all the time to make producers use certain amount of recycled material, doesn't matter about the market price, in their product, 20 or 30%, and make more products recyclable. A lot of the products that we are buying in the village are made to break, very, very easy and very weak. After one season, most of the time, we need to buy a new one. It's chairs, it's the baskets that we are buying for the market. Those are made from mixed materials. They break very easily after a few months. And then, because they are non-recyclable, they become waste very, very quickly. We need to move from made to break to made to last. Made in certain commitments and certain ideas that plastic will be more sustainable, that materials, that products will be last for a long time. One of the biggest problems we have with pollution in the village, it's the notorious single-use plastic. It comes mainly from food packaging, the lunch box that we order online so easily today. It comes from cleaning materials. It comes from drinking bottles. In the village, people cannot drink water from the tap, and it's the same basically all across Southeast Asia. So we need to buy the water. A lot of the people don't trust the 18.9 liter, the big tank that can sold cheaply in the little vendors because of the quality. So they will buy small plastic bottles. Those will become pollution when they are not being collected and lose value. So this is one of the biggest problems that we have. And the good thing is there is a solution for it. The solution is a refill vending machines, a complete system of refill and reuse system. It can go for water in a system that it's basically economic. So it's not just for water, it's also for the soft sugary drinks, all the beverages. So Coca-Cola and others can continue, so we can consume these favorable drinks that we like just in our own container. Same goes for cleaning materials, all the liquids, and oil and more liquids that can be used in this kind of system. So when we try to think what does it take to clean a village, we need to understand that there is not one bad person or one company or industry that led us to this problem. It's a system, and to fix the system and to change it, we need a system. So there is no one solution. If we tend to think from some reason that they let us think that recycling is the way out from it, so it's not. Only 9%, but it's important 9%. And if we will act right, it can be 15 and 20%, and it is also 30% in some countries. And we need, from the United Nations, from the Plastic Treaty, to the government, to public sectors, to the community, all to work together in an inclusive system. This is the only way, basically, that we can change. So what we say that it takes a village to clean a village. It takes a global system to change. Thank you very much.